Good evening, brothers and sisters. I pray that you guys are all having such a wonderful evening and that you've all found rest and relaxation in your evening and that you've found peace in the Lord and just talking to Him and telling Him about your day and resolving anything that's going on in your life. Because He's the best at doing that, that's for sure. I pray that you had good weather. I know I don't usually talk about that in my videos, but there's been a lot of crazy weather going on lately, so I pray that you had great weather. Everybody's opinion on weather is different, so you might like something and somebody might not like it, so I just pray you had good weather. We had some warmer weather today with a lot of wind. Speaking of weather, my favorite weather of all is thunderstorms. I love them. They're just so exciting. I love really super loud, crazy thunder and lightning, like just, yeah. And torrential downpours. We get a lot of them here. So I just love them. I love to run and play in them. Just the rain, of course. When there's lightning, I'm not outside. That's dangerous. But like me and my family, we like to just run around outside in the torrential rain. It's so much fun. It's like being a kid again for me. So I just wanted to share that with you. I don't know what your guys' favorite weather is. Weather is different for everybody, I guess. So I have a message tonight from our Father for you guys. Let's see. It's Romans 10, and it's 5 through 21. So I'm going to begin, because this is my 5th or 6th time trying to make this video, because my husband and daughter, they got to take care of them out there. They were trying to figure something out, so I am going to try again. I think the first few times my cold was making me cough a bit, so I didn't want you guys to have to listen to that. So I'm a little bit hoarse sounding, I suppose, but maybe you can't really hear it through the camera. So I am going to begin. It says it's about salvation, which is really cool actually, because it's the most amazing thing we've ever had, is our Father dying for us so that we could be in heaven with Him for eternity. Best thing ever. So it's exciting to read this passage. I thought it was a great one for tonight. It says, "For Moses writes that the law's way of making a person right with God requires obedience to all of its commands. But faith's way of getting right with God says, don't say in your heart, who will go up to heaven, and don't say who will go down to the place of the dead. In fact, it says the message is very close at hand. It is on your lips, and it is in your heart. And that message is the very message about faith that we preach. If you confess with your mouth that Jesus is Lord, and believe in your heart that God raised Him from the dead, you will be saved. For it is by believing in your heart that you are made right with God, and it is by confessing with your mouth that you are saved. As the scripture tells us, anyone who trusts in Him will never be disgraced. Jew and Gentile are the same in this respect. They have the same Lord, who gives generously to all who call on Him. For everyone who calls on the name of the Lord will be saved. But how can they call on Him to save them unless they believe in Him? And how can they believe in Him if they have never heard about Him? And how can they hear about Him unless someone tells them? And how will anyone go and tell them without being sent? That is why the scriptures say, how beautiful are the feet of messengers who bring good news. But not everyone welcomes the good news, for Isaiah the prophet said, Lord, who has believed our message? So faith comes from hearing, that is, hearing the good news about Christ. But I ask, have the people of Israel actually heard the message? Yes, they have. The message has gone throughout the earth, and the words to all the world. But I ask, did the people of Israel really understand? Yes, they did, for even in the time of Moses, God said, I will rouse your jealousy through people who are not even a nation. I will provoke your anger through the foolish Gentiles. And later, Isaiah spoke boldly for God, saying, I was found by people who were not looking for me. I showed myself to those who were not asking for me. But regarding Israel, God said, all day long, I opened my arms to them, but they were disobedient and rebellious. So that is the end of the message from Romans. I thought this was a great passage about salvation, because it's something that we talk about all the time, of course. It's something that is very, very, very important. So I pray that blessed you. I'm definitely going to make this message short, because otherwise I'll have to probably end up doing it again. So, it is pretty late. I don't really know. It's okay. So, anyways, sorry, I'm kind of all over the place, and I think I'm just tired, so my mind is just mush tonight. So I pray that it blessed you though so much, and I pray that you are all just having just a beautiful night, just a wonderful night, and I pray that you get rest and that you get a good night's sleep, because I know that sometimes that can be hard to come by. I have some restless nights too. I have those once in a while, so it's always good to get a good night's sleep. So, anyways, I love you all so very much, and I pray that that you all have a blessed night, and I will talk to you so very soon, and sweetest blessings to all of you. Take care.